Hey everybody, we're in Central Park. Today is April 7th, 2025, and it is definitely April showers, hopefully brings May flowers, because it has been disgusting weather in New York City. Now, we're going to start off this tour in Central Park. Even though it's raining, it is quite beautiful. We're going to go all the way outside of the park and walk directly down Fifth Avenue. Currently, you see a beautiful view of the Upper West Side of Manhattan, 15 Central Park West, 1 Central Park West, and the Deutsche Bank Towers. We also have a great backdrop of Billionaires Row. Can't really see the tops of the buildings because it is so cloudy, but it does look beautiful nonetheless. Okay, let's go ahead and make our way out of the park. And one of the things I also wanted to do a quick double check on is the new Grand Army Plaza. So if you haven't been to New York City in a while, one of the things that they're doing, which is, well, one of the things that I'm really excited about, is redoing the Grand Army Plaza that is right outside the Plaza Hotel. Now, over recent years, that place has really become almost in disrepair. Right, the fountain kind of looks really ratty. There was a lot of rats, and it just really wasn't to the caliber that you'd expect for being right outside of the Plaza Hotel. So the construction does look pretty impressive. We'll try to get a good vantage point of that right as we exit the park. And the completion date is supposed to be summer of 2025, so maybe in about 3 months here. Another thing I wanted to point out, so this is the Wollman ice skating rink. However, in the spring and in the summer, they convert it to pickleball. So on a nice day, hopefully we have nice days in New York, you'll see a lot of people playing pickleball while enjoying probably one of the best views in New York City of Central Park South and Billionaires Row. This is a pretty unique view here. You could see the Essex House and the building with the green top. Just to the left of the Essex House is the Hampshire House. Right behind the Hampshire House is 157, which is the first building ever constructed on New York City's Billionaires Row. The building with the gold top is Trump Park, 106 Central Park South, which is my old apartment building. And then right behind it is the Steinway Tower, which is the skinniest residential apartment building in the world. It is 111 West 57th Street. And if we zoom all the way to the top, they just listed the quadplex for over $100 million. Now, today, you can't even see the quadplex because it is quite literally in the clouds. So if you're up there right now, you probably have no view because you're so high that your apartment is in the clouds. Or maybe even above the clouds, who knows. Quite interesting concept. At least some of the leaves are starting to bloom and blossom. The cherry blossoms also look great. We zoom in here. That building is 520 Park Avenue. That's one of the most desirable buildings on Park Ave. More of a limestone style facade, right? Similar to 15 Central Park West, and also reminiscent to Vornado's 220 Central Park South, both of which being Robert A.M. Stern buildings, both 15 Central Park West and 220 Central Park South. Here you can see the Trump Tower and the plaza. We're also going to see the Sherry Netherland Hotel. We even have signs for the congestion pricing. So the car toll appears to be $9. Overnight is $2.25. So toll begins, makes sense because this is 59th Street, Central Park South. And here are those horse and buggies. Really beautiful creatures. It's interesting to see them amongst the backdrop of the city, right? Interesting kind of juxtaposition. We're in Central Park, but the backdrop is some of the most explosive buildings in New York that make up the skyline. Now I want to zoom up to this building here that has the gold outer trim as well as the blue roof. That's one of the most prominent buildings on Fifth Avenue. It sits right on the corner of 59th Street and 5th. That is the Crown Building, and it is home to the Aman New York Hotel and Residences, which is one of the most exclusive hotels in the world. The Aman branded hotels. And here we have the Sherry Netherland Hotel, which is unfortunately covered in scaffolding. And then that is the 520 Park Avenue, which is technically a building on New York City's Billionaires Row as well. So we're about to cross on the south side of 59th Street and Central Park South. There's a really nice hotel called the JW Marriott Essex House. Now, that recently went under a complete gut renovation, particularly the lobby, as well as the hotel restaurant. Now, it's a little pricey, but if you're visiting New York and you're looking for a really good place to go out to eat, I want you to check out the bourbon steak inside the JW Marriott Essex House. It's a little pricey, but the reason why I recommend it is because it's one of the most gorgeous dining rooms I've ever been in, really. It's fully customized with Art Deco inspiration. It's a very, very beautiful building. Right now we're looking at 1 Central Park South. This is the Plaza Hotel Residences. So if you own a condominium at the Plaza, you would enter through these 2 doors right here. However, if you're just staying as a guest at the hotel, you're going to stay on the 5th Avenue side, which we'll go there right now. You could also see 432 Park Avenue in the clouds. That's how tall that building is. And now we're approaching the main entrance of the Plaza Hotel. Remember, this is the hotel entrance on Central Park South. That is the entrance to the residences if you live there or own a pied-à-terre. This is 768 Fifth Avenue, I believe. Really stunning architecture, too. And then you'll notice across the street, everything is blocked off with the construction. This is the brand new Grand Army Plaza. So in the summer of this year, we're going to have a brand new park, and they're doing full restoration on the fountain. So if you've been there maybe last year and all the marble and the granite was all broken and chipped off, it's going to be completely brand new. It's going to be amazing. Check out some of the crown moldings and the chandeliers inside the plaza. Beautiful. Okay, we have the light. We're going to make a left and go right on Fifth Avenue, and then we're going to bang a right and start to head southbound. The building that you see right in front of us, this is the General Motors building, or the GM building. And it's most prominent because it is home to the Apple Store. Apple's flagship store on Fifth Avenue. You can see that big cube right here. And then here's a peek at the construction of Grand Army Plaza. You could see them taking down the fountain. They're going to do a full restoration, which it really needs it, because, I mean, if people are paying $1,000 a night to stay at the plaza, and they walk outside the door and everything's dilapidated, it's not really a good experience, right? Even for regular New Yorkers that just want to enjoy the area. So I'm very optimistic about it. And now we are officially on Fifth Avenue. You can see the Louis Vuitton, what is going to be the flagship. Right now we're outside Bergdorf Goodman. Obviously tons of high-end retailing on Fifth Avenue. Isn't that a unique view? Just look at the detail on it too. It really looks like a real trunk, the quintessential Louis Vuitton trunks. Obviously Bernard Arnault owns LVMH Moet Hennessy. And I was recently in the Miami Design District, and I was really blown away by a lot of the advancements there in the Design District, particularly the new Tiffany store. They've invested a ton of money into revitalizing the Design District. Speaking of investing money, Bernard Arnault invested $500 million into this building right here. This is the new Tiffany flagship location that just opened about a year ago. Underwent $500 million worth of renovations. And it sits right on New York City's Billionaires Row. And this is the Amman, New York. Since we're here, I want to make a right and show you the main entrance because the scaffolding is coming down. I don't know if you remember, but we've been doing these walking tours for the last 6 months here, right at Fifth Avenue. And this building used to be totally covered in scaffolding. Now, the scaffolding is coming down, so we're really going to be able to see the beauty of the main entrance of the Amman, New York, which sits right here. Stunning property. And the backdrop of the Amman is the Steinway Tower, 157, and all of New York City's Billionaires Row. Now, the Crown Building is really a stunning property here in New York. The top penthouse, I believe, sold to the original developer for around $100 million. Quite beautiful. So we'll get back on Fifth Avenue and make a right, and then we'll walk right in front of Trump Tower. Okay, right across the street, we have Trump Tower. Trump Tower is open to the public from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And for a very rainy day, it does seem like there's a lot of tourists still out walking Fifth Avenue. So glad they took down a lot of the scaffolding too. Most of Fifth Avenue, above 55th Street, was covered in scaffolding because they're doing a lot of facade work and they're getting ready the retail units for tenants. Like, this is all brand new here. This Prada, they were doing extensive work on this building. And now all the scaffolding is down and Fifth Avenue looks a lot bigger and a lot better. Okay, now on the corner of 55th Street, you're going to have two main hotels. You're going to have the Peninsula Hotel, and then you're also going to have the St. Regis. which is on the easternmost side of Fifth Avenue. On our side of Fifth, you have the beautiful Peninsula, which are two 5-star properties in Manhattan. To the right, on 54th Street, this is the University Club. This is one of the most beautiful buildings, particularly on the inside, in all of New York City. If you look up on Google Images, New York City's University Club, 54th Street, and 5th, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But also, there's a new development across the street. This is the Mandarin Oriental Residences. So if you love the Mandarin Oriental properties, you have the ability to purchase a unit right here on Fifth Avenue. And then this is the University Club. There's the main entrance. You can see the doorman right here. And then here you have MoMA and the very famous 53 West 53rd Street.
To say the least, you know, I went up and what to do. I headed over to Grand Central and walking down the road. It's another rainy, kind of overcast day. I don't know whether I should get my nose over there or not.
To the right is St. Thomas Church. getting close towards St. Patrick's Cathedral, as well as Rockefeller Center. This is 52nd Street and 5th Avenue. It's rush hour now. It's probably around maybe 4:30 or 5 p.m. So you're going to see a lot more New York City buses, people commuting home. There's a good coffee shop right on the corner here of 52nd and 5th. It's called Watch House. I believe it originated in London, England, but it is very good. Check it out. It's called Watch House. We have St. Patrick's, and then the black building behind it is the New York Lotte Palace, which is another 5-star hotel. This is the New York City Lego store. All right, now we are at Rockefeller Center. And across the street is Saks, 5th Avenue. Just starting to set everything up for spring. Looks nice even though it's a little bit miserable outside in terms of the weather. But still, Rockefeller Center looks really good as always. They always do a fantastic job making everything look nice for the spring and the summer. Hopefully the weather will cooperate in the coming weeks. We're pretty close to New York City's Diamond District. And we'll also walk past one of the newest developments on Fifth Avenue. It is 520 Fifth. And now we're on 47th Street. This is officially New York City's Diamond District. You could always tell by the two diamond lamps there. And then that building with the crane hanging off of it is 520 Fifth Avenue. Sort of reminds me of 130 William a little bit in Lower Manhattan.
Habían dado otro número de tarjeta. Sí. Entonces acá es cuestión de que ellos deben tratar. पर बात करोगे भव्य हम को विलोम करोगे sí, los de 23
You can see a little bit of the spire of one Vanderbilt, but it's so cloudy and rainy that you can't see all the way to the top.
I am.
There you have 525th Avenue again. Beautiful architecture, great windows there. Okay, this is now 44th Street. And we're going to have a really great view here in a moment of 525th.
So I could watch all the movies or watch two.
Okay, we're getting close to 42nd Street. If we were to make a left, that'll bring us to Grand Central Station. If we make a right, that'll bring us to Bryant Park. And if you continue to walk even further, that'll bring you to the heart of Times Square. We have the Stephen Schwartzman Building, the New York Public Library to the right. And you have the two lions, Patience and Fortitude.
Oh yeah. I want to kind of like a way.
On 40th Street, you can see the newest New York Public Library, which is probably the most impressive. If you go to the 5th floor, it's the International Business Center, where you could use Bloomberg terminals for free. Make a right and check out Bryant Park. go ahead and make a right by the Bryant Park Grill. Really nice with the outdoor dining setups here. And right in front of us you have the College of Optometry, which is a SUNY school in the State University of New York. Here we have that beautiful green lawn here at Bryant Park. Please God, the weather turns so we could actually go on it and enjoy it. You have Salesforce Tower right in front of us in the turquoise green. And then you have Brian Moynihan's Bank of America Tower here. Let's see if we can see the spire of the Empire State Building. It's probably going to be way too cloudy for that. Looks like it is. You can't even see the Empire State Building. Actually, I spoke too soon. You could see a little bit. Look at that. It's an awesome view of the spire of the Chrysler Building. And then here we have the Bryant Park Fountain. Okay, if you guys enjoyed that walking tour down Fifth Avenue, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe for more New York City walking tours, and we will see you all in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.